Hello everyone! So, Russia invaded Ukraine.
Russia's on the brink of a full-scale invasion of Ukraine.
To recognize the independence of those two breakaway regions of eastern Ukraine.
Moving troops into these separatist regions.
So actually what happened and what Russia did? Somehow we was living together in one country, everything was fine, people was very friendly with each other, we didn't have any kind of division inside of Ukraine until the revolution happened in 2014. And 2014 was a deal breaker already for Russia and for Ukraine, which actually clearly states that they want to see their future with European Union. They want to have trade with European Union instead of Russia. Russia wasn't able to handle all that, and they started their mass operation occupying eastern part of Ukraine first with a plan to destroy the whole Ukraine in the future. Actually, their plan didn't succeed really, so they were able to occupy Crimea using the buffer time when Ukraine had totally no government and no president. And then they came to the eastern part of Ukraine, trying to occupy a lot of something like 5-6 Ukrainian regions, but they actually succeed on 2, and even not 2 full regions, but just part of 2 regions, which is actually Donetsk and Luhansk nowadays. Ukraine starts complaining to all over the world that Russia came and they are occupying our territory, and Russia at the same time were denying. They were saying we are not at all on east of Ukraine, this is local people, and they are the one who is fighting with Ukrainian government because they just need to have special status for their territories. So such situation were continued during the 8 years, and now 8 years exactly finished, and Russia finally decided to expose themselves. So actually what Russia did, before Russia were always confirming that yes, this part of the territories, this is Ukraine, and there is just some kind of local conflict, a civil war as they were claiming, and you need to not fight with these people, you need to give them their rights and so on. And while Russia is the country who is the best example of any kind of rights of any republics, yesterday they announced that no, anymore, we do not consider those territories as part of Ukraine, we consider them independent states.
Putin said his country is recognizing an expanded version of the 2 breakaway regions in Ukraine.
And now, exactly on the same time, we make agreement with them about military help, and they allow us, these independent states, they allow us to come to the territory and place our weapon there. Those territories which is occupied, it's not full regions of Donetsk and Luhansk, it is just some parts of the region. From yesterday, Russia started bringing their military to this region, and they start claiming that as per constitution of this kind of republics, the whole region should be only for them, and Ukraine immediately need to take all the army out and they need to free these lands, because this lands anymore is not part of Ukraine, this will be the part of these republics. Now people ask me why Ukraine just don't drop these territories and live in peace. The point that actually Russia don't also need these territories. They have enough territories by themselves. They are a huge country. They are not able to manage what they have. And this part, it's not about raw materials. It's not about they need more land. And for sure, it's not about protecting Russian-speaking people. It's just to invade a peace, then so you can bring a military and you can start invading more and more and more, and their plan is to destroy Ukraine. And since I started my channel, I always was saying that Russia is a terroristic country, and so many people in comments were fighting with me that I'm not right, I'm Nazist, I'm something else, I don't know, nationalist, call it whatever you want. You see nowadays exactly what is happening. Now the other news. For my previous video where I was saying that we are leaving Kiev, I guess I pretty explained what I'm doing, but maybe some people still didn't understand. First, I'm not running out of Ukraine like some people assuming. I'm not running out of Kiev. I explained that, if you need to be prepared and you need to be ready. I'm analyzing the things, what's happening outside. I may assume that Russia can really do some stupid things in Kiev because it's exactly capital. They can explode something here and there. They can make some kind of social disaster, or infrastructural disaster. Any kind of things can happen, and there can be the moment that we will have to move from Kiev. And in the moment when we will have to move from Kiev, I realized that it would be super hard with 2 small kids and 2 adults to grab the most necessary things and run. Even I was preparing my things, I still come to home, to here, to West Ukraine, and I found that I forget so many things, and I was planning to take it. It's not that I urgently was grabbing the things and running. So I bring some things here, and I'm returning to Kiev soon. Another point, I'm thanking so much, guys, that you are writing that my home is welcome for you. You can come always. This is really appreciated, but I really wish that I would not be in the situation where I will be actually running out of the country. But I want to tell for those people and in general some ideas that maybe you do not consider. First, saying to person, go out of Ukraine, going out of Ukraine at all as a family for some kind of indefined period will require from you to have a really big investment, because going to the country where you have nobody, you need to have a lot of money to afford living and staying for at least 1 or 2 months, and this is not cheap and this is not easy. The second thing which many people do not consider, this is visas. So for example, many guys was writing, come to US, we are waiting for you. By the way, okay, I'm really lucky, I have US visa, but if I would not have, welcome to American embassy. The first thing which they did, they closed all kind of visas, and it's not available at all to get anything from the embassy. Same will be doing all other countries. So any kind of problem which is happening in Ukraine or any other country with the war, if the war is happening, the first thing which embassy is doing, they stop giving the visas because they know that those people will start running to their countries. So that was basically all the news which we have right now in Ukraine. Thanks for watching this video. I'm really waiting for the comments, and I'm happy that I have such community where we actually can discuss and read a lot of opinion under my videos. And I will keep you updated. Soon I will be back to Kiev and will be showing how the things in the city.